My name is Marcos Tamariz, and I'm the Humanitarian Affairs Manager for MSF in Myanmar. In the past couple of weeks, I have been visiting the teams responding to the humanitarian needs that resulted from the earthquake in Mandalay area and around Inlalek in southern Shan. It's the earthquake that hit central Myanmar and that killed more than 3,800 people, injured some other 5,100, has displaced more than 200,000 persons. In terms of infrastructure, more than 300 health facilities were damaged or destroyed. Schools remain closed. Electricity, water, and telecommunications are still scarce. But the most acute phase of the response has passed. As MSF, we perceive that the crisis is not over. On the contrary, we see that the consequences continue to unravel on top of the previous crisis. Millions of persons have been struggling for years as a result of the armed conflict, leading to a cycle of entrenched displacement. The health system has concomitantly been eroded and access to health compromised. On top of that, last year's floods affected as well some of the spaces that the earthquake has shattered, as in southern Shan. The situation in Myanmar is far from recovering. While these families have most of their superficial wounds healed, they are still exposed to new potential hazards, from waterborne epidemics to the monsoon under temporary shelters, and deeper wounds are still open. They lost all their belongings. A good number doesn't have any perspective in terms of new housing. Access to potable water has been a challenge for a while, and the emotional impacts of the uncertainty are still grappled quite profoundly in the collective. The most common expression is anxiety related to uncertainty for their family's future, anxiety linked to the recurrent tremors that still shake the ground every week. It all feels like an endless loop of apprehension. MSF has been responding and is still committed to address these concerns from multiple fronts, depending on the context. Overall, besides the mental health support, more than 4,000 non-food item kits have been distributed. On top of that, MSF has also been distributing shelter and tools to build their homes again. As mentioned, community water and sanitation are a major concern, in particular around Inle Lake. We have to remember that these communities literally live above the water. There, I was able to see the concerning levels of water contamination, but also how MSF is finding ways for ensuring sustainable supply of potable water, drilling dozens of boreholes that go more than 100 meters deep. The resumption of access to health services is at the core of our concerns. In this regard, MSF has been supporting public health structures, repairing their water systems, providing fuel and essential material for infection prevention. As MSF, we have been working in Myanmar for over 30 years. And in these times of superposed crisis, MSF renews its commitment to bringing dignity and access to health to those most at need, and reminds that unhindered life-saving principle humanitarian action should be a universal standard. Thank you.